Greetings, this is your God State check-in, and the good word for today is the longer you take to make a decision, the longer you're going to suffer. The longer you take to finally say, this is what it's going to be, I'm standing here and I ain't moving, the more you're going to suffer. The longer you take to simply choose what is going to be, either I am it or I am not. Either I got it or I don't. Either I'm believing in what I'm doing or I'm questioning what I'm doing. I'm certain that now is the time or maybe not yet. The longer you do this bounce back and forth, this is what the warring mind is. This is what spiritual warfare is. It's heart and head, back and forth. Which one? Which one? 1 minute is this, 1 minute is that. You don't have a hard time doing what people call manifesting. You don't. No, you bring forth all the time, and that's what manifest means. Intentional manifesting is that you just simply say that's what it's going to be, and that's what it is. You won't stay there, though. You won't say that I'm the one. The time is now. I'm ready. I need nothing else. I need no more preparation. I need no more planning. You won't stay there. And you wonder why you're suffering. You wonder why you feel like shit. Well, I'm here to tell you that's why. That's why you got to decide what it's going to be and stay there. This is what it is. This is the life I'm leading now. I got no more time to argue with people. I will not give another justification. I will not explain myself. I will not feel guilty. Let's go somewhere. Let me read you something. I don't know. I'll read it because I don't know if y'all allowed to read. I've heard different things, and y'all got certain authors y'all can't read because it's like, ooh, it's taboo, or maybe it's evil, demonic. I don't know. Whatever. This is my man Rudolf Steiner. Christianity as a mystical fact. Let's see what he says. Maybe I should start. I should have read this before I started, huh? All right, this is good. This is good. You ready? You ready? A man may lose his sensations and feelings of outer reality without finding any new reality opening up before him. That's a dangerous place to be. So the old is expiring, or the old has expired, but you have not created new. So this is what I call being stuck between worlds. Because once you remove what's old, you got, well, really, we shouldn't even frame it as you haven't created something new, because you absolutely have. You haven't chosen the new. I think we should frame that. Okay. Let's read it again. A man may lose his sensations and feelings of outer reality without finding any new reality open up before him. He then finds himself as if suspended in the void. He feels as if he were dead. Oh, I know I'm talking to somebody. Feel like you dead. The sunken place. The underworld. The old values have disappeared. What used to matter don't matter no more. What I used to care about, I don't care about no more. But the things that I didn't care about, oh my God, do I care about it now? The things that didn't used to move me now. What didn't used to call me, calls me now. The things that I used to entertain, I have no interest in. Not only do I not have interest in it, spending any time in it or with it, it depletes me. The old values have disappeared and no new ones have arisen in their place. Not good. Not good. Because a choice hasn't been made. That's what he's saying. The old values have disappeared, but no new ones have arisen in their place. The world and man no longer exists for him. The world as you know it no longer exists. That's why you can't find no peace in it. You ever wonder why you always need so much time by yourself? It's not that you just don't like people. I mean, you might not, but it's bigger than that. You can be around the people who you were told you should be grateful to be around. You can go be around your parents, you can be around your family, around your wife, your husband, your kids. It ain't that you're ungrateful. It's that you can't feel that shit no more. You don't resonate with it no more. Why? Because the world and that man, that person, no longer exists for you anymore. This, however, is by no means a mere possibility. It happens at some time or other to everyone who is seeking for higher knowledge. Don't you get it? He comes to a point at which the spirit represents all life to him as death. Everything feels dead. You dragging through life. You don't drove. I know what it is. I know this. You probably didn't drug through the whole year, ain't you? Just one day bleeds into the other. 1 week bleeds into the other. 1 month bleeds into the other. Before you know it, the years are passing. Yeah, you sit down writing your little affirmations and your goals and your visions, but you don't see no way. It's just all starting to become murky, and it feels like you're dead. This is hell, by the way. He is then no longer in the world. You're no longer in this world. Do you get that? You're under it. In the nether world. In the nether world. The netter. He is passing through Hades. Passing through Hades. Well for him if he sink not. Happy if a new world opened up before him. Either he dwindles away, or he appears to himself transfigured. In the latter case, he beholds a new sun and a new earth. The whole world has been born again for him out of spiritual fire. It is thus that the initiates describe the effect of the mysteries upon them. Menipus relates that he journeyed to Babylon in order to be taken to Hades and to be brought back again by the successors of Zarathustra. He says that he swam across the great water on his wanderings and that he passed through fire and ice. We hear that the mystics were terrified by a flashing sword and that blood flowed. Remember all the graphic details, the gory details that we hear depicted in all these ancient stories? We understand this when we know from experience the point of transition from lower to higher knowledge. We then feel as if all solid matter and things of sense had dissolved into water, and as if the ground were cut away from our feet. This is the collapse. This is the collapse. This is the mental collapse. This is what we call, or what is referred to as, the ego death. You don't know what's going on in this world, but you still got to keep going, right? You can't completely clock out. So you going through the motions. You still got roles. You still got a job. You still a mom or dad, wife, husband, whatever. You got the roles, but you here, but you're not here. Everything is dead, which we felt before to be alive. The spirit has passed through the life of the senses. Has such a way with words. And a sword pierces a warm body. We have seen the blood of sense nature flow. Do you understand what he's saying here? This is the death. Like the sword has pierced you. And the sense man is dying, or has died. But a new life has appeared. Ain't that something? All praise to the Most High. The new life has appeared. I know you was a little concerned, but this thing does shift, right? We have risen from the nether world. Let's see, where are we? I lost my spot. But a new life has appeared. We have risen from the nether world. The orator, Aristides, am I pronouncing that right? I may not be. Relates this. I thought I touched the God and felt him draw near. And I was then between waking and sleeping. My my spirit was so light that no one who is not initiated can speak of or understand it. So you can tell me all of what you want to tell me. You can have your library as thick as you want. You can sit every weekend and study for 16 hours a day. That shit don't mean nothing to me. Can't you can't speak of or understand what I'm talking about. This new existence is not subject to the laws of lower life. Growth and decay no longer affected. All this protection that you think you need, that you desire, how to stay safe, how to stay covered, and all this other nonsense, it's telling you right here. It's telling you what the answer is. Growth and decay no longer affected. One may say much about the eternal, but words of one who has not been through Hades are mere sound and smoke. Translation, you can't tell me shit, okay? The initiates have a new conception of life and death. Now, for the first time, do they feel they have the right to speak about immortality. They know that one who speaks of it without having been initiated talks of something which he does not understand. Huh? The uninitiated attribute immortality only to something which is subject to the laws of growth and decay. The mystics, however, did not merely desire to gain the conviction that the kernel of life is eternal. No, it's more than that. According to the view of the mysteries, such a conviction would be quite valueless. For this view holds, and one spoke. No, wait. For this view holds that the eternal is not present as a living reality in the uninitiated. If such a one spoke of the eternal, he would be speaking of something non-existent. You're not of the nature from which you speak. They have first to awaken the eternal within them. Then they can speak of it. Hence, the hard saying of Plato is quite real to them, that the uninitiated sinks into the mire, and that only one who has passed through the mystical life enters eternity. It is only in this sense that the words in the fragment of Sophocles can be understood. Sophocles, I think it's pronounced. Thrice blessed are the initiated who come to the realm of the shades. They alone have life there. For others, there is only misery and hardship. Did that make any sense to you? Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Either way, what he's saying to you is you got to get in the game. And getting in the game don't come by way of doing things. There's a choice that's made. See, the key to being initiated is the willingness. It's a willingness to go beyond where you've gone. It's a willingness to see beyond what you've seen. It's a willingness to understand beyond that which you understand. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. You don't have to make it. Nobody has to make it. Nobody has to make it. Let's go to my man, Charles Fillmore. Let's go somewhere else real quick. I'm trying to tell you that you're making life harder because you won't just make a choice. You won't just decide this is what it is. You won't just say that I'm freaking ready right now from this day forward. I don't know what that looks like. No, because you want to figure shit out. And as a person who likes to figure shit out, I understand. I understand completely. But let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere. Let me see. Did I say this? I think this is, I don't know what book this is out of because it's like a collection of like 10 of his books. And I just happened to go back to some of my highlighted notes. I think this is the prosperity book, maybe. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's talking about demonstration for the one who has fully dedicated himself to divine guidance, right? When one has fully dedicated himself to the divine guidance, this is the obedience, which we said was what? Trusting. Willingness to trust and agree to with the higher voice. In agreement, trust and agreement with the higher voice, right? He immediately enters into easier experiences and more happiness than the world affords. When he covenants, agrees, to follow only the good, only the good. You do not follow only the good when it comes to you. When you see yourself as a victim, you are not following only the good. When you see yourself as stuck, you're not following only the good. There is an advanced degree along the same line of initiation into the mysteries of the divine. Before this step must be taken, before this step may be taken, a deeper and more thorough mental cleansing must be undergone. A higher set of faculties is then awakened within the body, and new avenues of expression are open for the powers of the spirit, not only in the body, but also in the affairs of the individual. As he proceeds to exercise these faculties, he may find some of them clogged by the crystals of dead thought that some selfish ideas have deposited. Don't get selfish misconstrued. You caring for yourself, you wanting to tend to yourself is not what selfishness is about. It's talking about the little s. It's talking about the ego self. That's all that's talking about. So, as he proceeds to exercise these faculties, he may find some of them clogged by the crystals of dead thought that some selfish ideas have deposited, which makes him go through a fresh cleansing. Catch this. If he is obedient to the Spirit and willing to follow without cavil or protest, that just simply means unnecessary objections. When I ain't fighting against, right? I'm not debating and arguing anymore. The way is easy for him. If he is obedient to the Spirit and willing to follow without protest, the way is easy for him. So when I say that it's easy, that's what I mean. Now, I've made life difficult for a long time. So I know that's an option, but easy is also an option. If, however, he questions and argues, as did Job, he will meet many obstructions, and his journey will be long and tedious. You're making life harder than it has to be because you won't surrender. You know what is, if we could simplify surrender, we hear people say surrender, let go. What's another one? Surrender, let go. There's another one. It's another phrase. It'll come to me. But you know what is in the simplest terms, what is really saying? Make a choice. It's just asking you to make a choice. You make a choice. When you finally surrender, you're making a choice. You're making a choice to stop fighting. You're making a choice that I won't be a victim. I will not tell no more stories of me being here and not there. I will tell no more stories. As much as I want to tell this story so bad, I just give up the ghost. That's a choice. I'm no longer choosing pity. That's a choice. When I stop fighting, right? I'm no longer clinging to the perception of my limitedness. Limitedness, yeah. I'm making a choice. It's power now. I'm limitless. I am all that I am. I'm accepting. Like it's just a choice. What is it gonna be? What are you gonna choose for yourself? What life are you gonna choose? Are you sick or aren't you? Are you sick or not? Are you gonna? Is it a life of sickness or isn't it? Are you stuck? Or aren't you? Are you gonna have to work yourself till you die? Is that what it's gonna be? Okay, whatever. You want love? Okay, all right, okay. That's your choice. Every single time there's a thread on Twitter that I last saw. It's about 5 million views, and it said I don't know what it said. It said something to the effect of they wanted to know was anybody happy. Let me see what it said because it's worth sharing. You can look it up. It's on my page too. Um. Oh, I don't see it anymore. It says, "Is anybody's marriage not hard? Who is excited to see their spouse every day and it feels light? Can we hear a little something different? I'm into it." And the comments came rushing in, rushing in. This was the best. One dude was like, "This was the best decision of my life. I wanna leave work early just to see her. If she ain't touching me when I'm asleep, I wake up." And it was just comment after comment on both sides. Comment and a majority of people who were enjoying their partner, their lover, their friend. And my response to that is if you wanted to see evidence of people living amazing lives, if you wanted to see evidence of people happy and in love and living on their terms, you look for it. But that ain't what you want to see. So you get your funky ass on the internet and you share the worst and try to act like you proving a point to us. And the only point that you're proving is that you haven't figured out how to get what you want. That's the point that you've proven. You can't get what you want because you won't choose it. You won't choose that. It's a choice. You have decided that all of women are boom, 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 boom. You have decided all of men are boom, 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 boom. Fine. You've decided that everybody ain't worth a damn. Okay. Well, if it's everybody, that includes your ass. That's what you've decided. Didn't you? Yeah, you did. Okay. You've decided that. There's another choice. And all of life is saying, choose again. That's what's so cool. Like, just choose again. You're mad at your choices when you could just choose again. You could just give up the fight. What happens if I just see myself in the highest light? Like, just for once, that I just don't consider any thought that comes up that suggests that I can't get what I want. I don't accept it. What if I just actually, every moment that I was conscious of thinking, I'm thinking this life belongs to me. I can only get what I want. My reality is simply my mind, and I will only put in my mind what I want to experience. I will only see me in the highest light. I'm the greatest. Like, who else could be? If my reality is my mind, who else will be the greatest here? Well, no, you got to see now. They got some. What about so and so? I said in my reality. Now, in your reality, you can see whatever you want. Not in my reality is anybody else number one. Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? What? I don't care where I rank on your scale. In my reality, I'm number one. Ain't nobody else. Everybody else come behind me. In my reality, you don't speak to yourself that way. Because I think if we would shift out of trying to get stuff We shift into the mindset that I just am the person who gets what I want. Like, I'm not trying to beat it. I'm not trying to I'm going to try to use the law. And then the law going to give me what I want. Instead of, I am the law. That is another quote. Somebody else said that. Who said that? It was a physicist who said it. The only law is that there is no law. Oh, what was that guy's name? I've been looking into some of his work recently. I can't think of his name, but it'll come to me. There's nothing but me. You won't just sit with that. You won't keep coming back to that. You won't settle with, this is me. The world is me. Everything is reflecting me. I cannot be a victim. I cannot be damaged. I cannot be broken. I cannot be a trier. What does that even mean? I am or I'm not. I am or I'm not. These are the questions you have to ask yourself. Every time you go to get your ass on this internet and start typing, what about, ask yourself as you are typing, am I or am I not? Am I or am I not? Somebody said they're going through the worst breakup of their life. I understand. I absolutely understand. The question still is the same. Am I or am I not? Am I the person who can be destroyed by something outside of me? Am I the person who can lose? Can you really lose love? Can you lose? If you can lose love, babe, it won't never love to begin with. Trust me on that. What is it? You should ask, what part of me, if I'm the one who watches me experience heartbreak, then who is that experiencing the heartbreak? who is doing the watching and who is doing the emotional heartbreaking that's happening right now? Who is that? Who am I really? Do I really see myself through the lens of I am that I am, that I am all that it is? I am creating every experience. I create these experiences to experience myself. If a person wants to leave, let them. Let them. What make you think you own somebody else? No. If a person wants to leave, let them. Hold on to nothing. Hold on to nothing. Turn your back and just press forward. I didn't say you don't feel it. You can feel the absence. That's real. You can feel their absence. Absolutely. But know what that is. That ain't you. So you can't be destroyed. Like nothing happening outside of you can destroy you. The suffering that you're experiencing is happening all here in your mind. So if you do it in the mind, you can undo it in the mind, correct? Absolutely. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice that is constantly made. And you continually make it. Well, it seems like a lot of work. Then don't do it. Suffer. Suffer is a choice too. Suffering is a choice. You see? Do whatever you want. Just don't sit here complaining, and then don't come bringing us. Don't come giving the world your worst because of the choices that you decided to make. Life can shift in a freaking instant, but you can't see that. You can't see that because you're stuck in the sunken place. And all you can see is the sunken place. All you in hell, you're supposed to pass through hell. You're not supposed to stay there. You're supposed to pass through. It's through the dark into the light. Through the dark into the light. What we're doing is we're trying to avoid the dark. Because somebody told you the dark was evil. Somebody told you the dark was evil, so you're trying to avoid the dark to get to the light. Tell me how that works. Let me know. Let me know how that works for you. I don't know. What was the topic? What was we even talking about? I feel like I kind of ventured off a little bit. What did we start this talking about? I think it was about making a choice. Why did I even read Rudolph? What did we talk about there? What was we talking about? We was talking about the sunken place. Yeah. Feeling like you're dead. You're feeling like you're dead because you're You're caught up in between two worlds. You're caught up in between two worlds. Now, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? You have to choose a new life. If you hold on to the old, you go down with it. Don't you understand that? That's what people are trying to do with the physical world. That's why everybody's trying to rah. Like, look at them. Is it election season soon? I saw some ads. Rah. What, we got to do something. Well, do something. Just don't try to get me to join you. Do whatever you feel you need to do. Right? And you will cycle through that until you get tired. See, I'm who you reach when you get tired of all that shit. You get tired of all of it. Their world, when you come out and find a new world, like until you find all the worlds you get tired of. And then that's when you land on me. And guess what? I'm going to send you to your own world. Ta-da! Ta-da! You have to make a choice. Is it going to be, well, maybe this is bad news. Depends on how you look at it. If you're listening to me, if you can hear the sound of my voice, yeah, you've already made the choice. You've already made the choice. And at this point, what matters is how much you want to keep yourself in the fire. That's all that matters. If you've decided that, you need a spanking and you're going to hold on to suffering, then that's where you're going to be. But the choice for you has been made. You're not going to be able to go back. There's nothing to go back to. You don't get it. There's nothing to go back to. The old has passed away. This is why you cannot find any peace right now. You can be living in a beautiful house. You can have a beautiful family. And everybody coming and going. Y'all got y'all routine. And guess what? At the same time, you are dying on the inside. What you going to do about that? You think you're going to pray your way through that? Is that what you think? You think you're going to meditate your way through it? I want you to try it. I'm being serious. Listen. All your weapons, pull them out the arsenal, baby. Pull them all out. I'm going to be sitting like this. Pull them all out. See if they'll work for you. See, the problem with pulling out the old weapons existed in the old plane. They no good here. It's like you trying to go to, if there was a colony somewhere in the sky with aliens, if there was. It's like you trying to bring your weapons here up there. Can you imagine the type of weaponry they would have? Like you come here with your little Glock. Like get that out of here. We just what's it gonna be? It's gonna keep coming up for you. It's not a coincidence. I'm just your reminder. You don't need a reminder, but you decided you need a reminder, so here I am as your reminder. You don't need a sign. You already got the sign, but you decided you need a sign, so here I am. You don't need a synchronicity. You don't need all of the little things. You don't need none of that. But you just hell bent. You just like, I need one more thing to push me. I need one more thing to pull me. I need one more thing that will just be like, okay, now I get it. You already know. You got to move. In whatever way for you. You know what that move is. I don't. You got to make a move. Let me go back. Let me read this last line again. That last line said, if you're obedient to the Spirit and you're willing to follow without protest, without arguing, without debating, without questioning, the way will be easy for you. However, if you're hell-bent on questioning and arguing, going back and forth, warring with the mind, as did Job, you will meet many obstructions and your journey will be long and tedious. It's all in your hands, friend. That's what I'm saying to you. It's all in your hands. It's all in your hands. You can choose today. Choose ye this day who you will serve. Which one is it going to be? I got a Bible. Wait, do we have a Bible verse today? Grab your Bibles and go with me. Deuteronomy 30:19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. Huh? I call heaven and earth. I have set before you blessing and cursing. Did we say that? Did we say where the evil was coming from? Here, it's set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. I forgot that part. It said, I set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life. Choose life that you and your seed may live. Well, what is the seed? Well, what did you plant? The seed is your ideal. That ideal life, that ideal situation, your ideal self. You have to choose life so that you and it will live. If you don't choose life, then it dies. It dies. You go off in a corner somewhere. Again, if you're listening to me, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You might can point to an uncle who was full of life, who you really thought was so talented and gifted, and he just kind of like, man, he used to talk that talk, and he was deep into this and that, and you just watched him kind of wallow away. You can point to a coach. You might point to, a grandfather or a grandmother. Like, you can point to other people. I'm talking to your ass, and you are not going to be able to do it. You mark these words, not even you can stand in your way. That's an affirmation for that ass. Not even me can stand in my way. It's already done. Signed, sealed, and delivered. My life, my path, my journey, my reality is written in stone because I said so. Choose ye this day who you will serve. John 14:6 says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man coming to the Father except through me. Who is me? Jesus. Well, who is Jesus? The I am awareness. It's the awareness that I am God. You can't get what you're after. The Father, that's where the seed comes in. Everybody, all the little women, cut it out with this nonsense that you're trying to rewrite, that you got a problem with the Father. The Father is accurately depicted here because it's the Father that drops the seed. It's the Father that bears the seed. That's another discussion for another day. It is the Father. So you ain't getting to the seed. You ain't getting to the seed without the awareness of it. You can forget about it. You can read all you want to read. You can go through the motions. You can recite scriptures. You can share your best quotes. I like them. Send me your good videos. Everybody want to send me some. Did you see the new discovery? No. Did you see it? Did you see the discovery within yourself? Don't tell me about the discovery nowhere else 5,000 years ago. I mean, I like it. I like the stories. It's fascinating. I love history. However, discover what's within you. What does it matter? What does it matter? Like, really ask yourself. You're just jacking off on information and you ain't doing nothing with it. Show me. Somebody sent me a message and was like, I want to join the inner circle. What's required? It's only one requirement. I got only one requirement. And I hold you to this. What is that requirement? I require you to get the life you want. I require you to get what it is that your heart desires. That's what I require you to do. If that's optimal health, if it's love, if it's prosperity, if it's abundance, if it's traveling the world, if it whatever the hell, I don't care. If it's you just having a garden in your backyard, if that's just what you've been wanting to do for the past 2 years, then damn it, let's do it. That's the requirement, nothing else. I don't need you. I don't need you to do nothing for me. Okay? What was the title of this? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Think about it. A choice has to be made. Only you can make it. When you get tired of suffering, you'll choose not to. Peace.